It's the Swiss Army knife of whatever the frick you needed to do.
Okay, interview done, right? Mic
Get
drop, let's
Paperform.
be
Take it from
done.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Paperform. I love it.
So Starlight is the founder and strategic architect of Bottled Lightning. I would love to learn more about what Bottled Lightning is and what you do as a founder. Tell me about your business and your role.
Yeah, so Bottled Lightning is how I help experts take their transformative impact to the world. My zone of genius is really helping people who are working in the one to many space and then making it possible so that their thinking, ideas, and expertise can scale and light inspiration and transformation in a massive way around the world. A big part of being able to do that means being able to build thoughtful human systems that help them have that level of impact without needing to constantly worry about the technical overhead or things falling through the crack, and yet still have the confidence that the systems behind them are doing the work that they need to in order for them to take really big swings and do amazing stuff in the world. So that's where I fit in.
So good tools are really important for what you do. Tell me what makes a good tool.
Wow, that's such a good question. So I come from the software space, I come from user experience. We need to find solutions that reduce that friction between it's such a great idea and I'm sick of this idea because it's so hard just to get it off the ground, right? It's an idea killer if it takes too long. A good tech saves me time today. It saves me time in the future as I continue to use that system. It needs to be less and less overhead over time.
So I would love to know how and why Paperform is such an important part of that tool stack.
Paperform continues to be one of the best investments I made because of its absolute necessity, integration, and value inside of my business. It's become such an essential part of my business that it's not only the nerve center of how I collect information and disseminate it through the systems in my business, but it's also part of my package system offers that I deliver to clients where I take my expertise and the systems that I know absolutely work for them that they probably don't have in place. And I'm able to give them a turnkey solution with these three platforms tied together that do a song and dance that's absolutely game changing inside of their business. And so Paperform for me is indispensable. I use Paperform in a lot of ways. I use it to qualify leads. I use it to run complex audits for my customers. If they want to understand what's going on in their business, I have an audit that's set up in Paperform that basically took something I used to have to do one-on-one for 4 hours of asking them a lot of questions and getting a lot of insights into something that they can basically bang out their answers to in 20 minutes. And I have deep, thoughtful insight into their business. I can run internal tools to manage information that's happening inside my business, but I can also do fun user research type things where, for example, one of my favorite things that I did the other day, it was something where I really wanted to make a emotionally reactive answer to capture emotional insights from my audience.
Mm.
And so I wanted to use emojis because I wanted it to be very clear of their emotional reaction to a statement or a question. And each of those emojis have a score and a value. And while there's not a quiz funnel out there that has that system built in, I was delighted to realize that with some trickery and some magic and advanced stuff under the surface that I didn't even realize Paperform could do, I was able to do invisible calculations that applied a score to an emoji and then fed that to my Airtable system where now I can sort by the data and insight and then building an industry report a year from now after all the data that I've gotten has been gathered. I'm doing some really cool stuff and Paperform makes it possible.
That's cool. Emojis and calculations.
Hell
I love.
yeah,
I got to
dude.
see that form. We got to see that form at
Hell
some
yeah,
point.
dude. Invisible calculations. Those that blew my mind. That's one of the things I really like about Paperform is that if you're coming at it and you don't really know much about forms, it's a simple, straightforward user experience and rather straightforward to set up what you need and get going. That process is great. But over the years of using it, I find advanced features built into the development that I didn't even know were there that are able to answer my needs and meet my requests.
What are the key features of Paperform that you found particularly valuable for your business?
Boy, that's such a long list. So the first one is I can put it
That's great.
anywhere, right? I can put it anywhere. Have a WordPress site, you don't need a plugin. Have a website on a sales platform that only allows you to do a little embed HTML box, doesn't matter. Need a form that stands alone and takes over the page, need it to pop up, need it to wherever you need to put it. I can trust that the experience will feel elegant and integrated, even though Paperform is distinctly apart and separate from whatever other tool I'm trying to make it look and play nicely with. My clients use different tool sets. I have to be able to integrate with just about every type of platform and ecosystem out there. That's a big deal. The other piece is that it looks good. I can't stand clunky. I mean, I came from design and tech and user experience, and while that can be overlooked in the quick and dirty space, it can't be overlooked when you're charging people thousands and thousands of dollars to stay a part of your business. Touches like that have a visual dissonance where you're like, okay, but this looks shitty and cheap, right? And that's unacceptable. There were times when we just needed to sell something quick and dirty. And it was like, okay, tickets to an event, not even really tickets. We just need to sell attendance to this event. Paperform can process payments through Paperform without having to integrate with some other, without having to set up a sales page and a checkout process and a whatever. That was an absolute game changer.
Are there tangible ways that Paperform has made your life easier and made your business that much better?
Absolutely. Like I said, it continues to be my favorite choice as the tool of its type in the industry. Paperform makes it really effortless to take that information as it is and integrate it where I need to. Whereas my experience with other platforms is I signed up for a quiz platform the other day, and like the only way that the quiz response information was output was in one giant comma separated wall of text. I need to get a Zap to translate the info. I need a thing to put it in a form in another place where it's actually visible and useful for the people who are integrating with that tool. And if that's when I'm finding out that it's not going to work, that means I've done all this effort that has to now start over from zero somewhere else to get what I need. And Paperform has just never been an obstacle in that way. Its ease of integration and data unselfishness has made it absolutely indispensable.
That's so good to hear. Okay, interview done, right? Mic
Get
drop, let's
Paperform.
be
Take it from
done.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Paperform. I love it.
So actually, that is my next question: is if you were to recommend Paperform to others in your industry, in your space, like, what's the recommendation you give to them to say, hey, you should adopt this tool because of X?
Ultimate flexibility. Whatever it is you're trying to do, even if it hasn't been done before, odds that Paperform can do it over its competitors is much, much higher than I've seen any other platform. I've run into, oh shit, that won't work with no blast through on literally every other platform out there except Paperform. Somehow, some trickery, magic, whatever, Paperform can make stuff that technically isn't possible still happen because it's something that I imagined, and the platform has enough flexibility and smarts underneath it to actually meet that. It doesn't really matter what unique case you may be trying to solve. It's the Swiss Army knife of whatever the frick you need it to do. It can Swiss Army knife and make it happen. And that makes it incredible to me. In the online expert economy, there are lots of now choices that are offered up to people who need a form right now. And yet I will always say, no, I know, go with Paperform. It's the one thing you'll never have to migrate anywhere else.
That's so good. This has been fantastic. Nice to chat with you, and
Man, the
yeah,
pleasure was
all the
mine.
best. And if there's any new